Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
What is up, Suburban Paranoia?
What
Welcome
up?
to the Metal Mixtape here in Ashland, Oregon, Medford, Oregon, and streaming online all over the world. What is up, fellas?
Oh, we are up and ready, my friend.
Dude, thank you so much for. You guys are up and ready?
Oh yeah.
Dude, hey, thank you guys so much for being on the show. You guys are a killer band from like the East Bay, Sacramento area, right?
Yep, sir.
So does that mean like one of you guys is from Sac and another one's from the East Bay?
Well, we had somebody who actually he's not in the band anymore, so I guess that might be a little outdated, but we're pretty much all East Bay now. In fact, we have somebody closer to the Bay Area who has joined our ranks now.
Sweet, man. So for everybody that hasn't heard your band, introduce yourselves and maybe introduce the new member in your band and tell us what's your position in the band.
Go ahead, Dan.
All right. Well, my name's Daniel Aruda, and I am the lead and rhythm guitar player for the band.
And I'm Branden Blacker. I play drums and I sing. Dan also sings. And just kind of introducing it now, we haven't made an official announcement, but we'll make it on the radio.
Why not? Right on, right?
We have a brand new bass player. His name is Paul Martinez. He lives out in Hayward, California, and he is a badass musician. He's a badass bass player, and he has probably some of the baddest ass dreadlocks I've
Oh, hey, and also I probably forgot to mention as minimal as cussing as you can do, the best.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but hey, that's awesome, man. And it sounds like you literally mentioned the three best things. So that's pretty cool. Has he had any rehearsals or practices with you guys yet?
Yeah, he has. He's done a couple so far with us, and they've gone very well.
Yeah, did he fit in right into the mix?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah, and in fact, you met him when we performed with you guys earlier this year. He was with us on that tour as a substitute.
Oh, man, you talking to the guy with the big dreads?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's awesome, dude. He's on my Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy's awesome. I thought he was your permanent.
Yeah, no, he was just temporary because our bass player at the time couldn't go. He had prior obligations and couldn't make it. So, we met Paul, and Paul was, very nice enough to say, yeah, man, I'll go on tour with you guys. And he did a, A+ job all the way around.
Dude, that's awesome, man. And like somebody coming in on tour and just like, as a hired gun, that's pretty cool, man. I'm happy that he fit right in. And yeah, when I saw you guys live, I thought you guys destroyed it. And definitely the tour life's pretty hard. Like I think it's pretty impressive when a band can go on tour because like you have to be able to put your life on hold.
Yeah, you do.
What would you think is some of the biggest challenges of going on tour? Since so bands out there can get a perspective of what bands on tour go through.
Well, my number one thing is being able to get enough sleep.
Yeah.
That's my number one thing. You got to be able to get enough sleep.
Oh yeah, man! Like that's one of them. Especially since Dan and I are, fatties. Dan is a recovering fatty since he's losing a ton of weight right now. So we're on a little TMI. Like we're on CPAP machines. So like sleeping in the van, like it's doable, but it's not like the next day. So the next day we like both kind of wake up like groggy and like, kind of miserable. So we need to be plugged in.
No,
I gotta be plugged into my Darth Vader mask.
Hey, those could be cool, man. Like I always, I know plenty of people with those machines. You could always like modify them, You could put on
Oh, yeah.
like a Mortal Kombat mask. What's that one guy that shoots
Bane from
or like or you can put like on a Bane mask from like Batman.
Actually, they have one that they have a face hugger mask. A face hugger from Alien. They have one of those. It's actually a mask for, you can wear to sleep.
Wow.
That'd be amazing.
Wow, that's actually pretty cool, dude. I'm actually kind of jealous.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
So, Suburban Paranoia, for the fans out here in Southern Oregon that may have not saw you at your show or have heard your band before, what kind of music do you guys play? Because I know I kind of know an idea of what kind of music you guys play, but I want to hear from you guys. What would you guys? I wouldn't want you guys to put yourself like in a genre, but what kind of influences and genres do you think like makes up Suburban Paranoia?
Oh boy.
I know, putting you guys on the spots.
Go ahead, Branden. You can start.
I would call us, if we had to jump into like a genre of music, I guess, like just power thrash, a little bit of power metal, a little bit of thrash, and, because I'm a hardcore kid at heart, like, a little hardcore influence, a little Terror, a little Hatebreed, a little, Dissonant Every Time I Die thrown in there.
All right.
They're very, very subtle compared to what Dan offers in terms of his shredding.
No, I love it. I like a good cocktail.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh no! All I said is like I like a good cocktail. I like a good mix.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what would you say yours is, Dan?
Well, I mean, I'm old school, so I'll just say I'm not up there in age, but I'm kind of up there in age. But my mixes are early Iron Maiden, Slayer, some Overkill, Judas Priest, Pantera, Exodus.
Yeah.
So all the greats.
If you could even think Chuck Schuldner's Death.
Okay.
Yes.
Hands down, the best death metal band. I mean, in my opinion, but and then Guitar Hero. The Guitar Heroes for me were obviously Dimebag, Zakk Wylde, Ace Frehley, guys from Priest, the guys from Slayer, just amazing musicians and totally inspired me. I mean, that's kind of what I kind of bring, a little mixed bag, if you will.
Well, isn't that okay? Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm trying to remember what you play on stage. Did you play like a Razorback on stage?
I play a Dymo Flame.
Okay.
The Dean.
I knew it was a
Dean. I got a
Dean.
black called stickered up. It's the same. It's an ML.
Yeah, no, dude, that's badass. I like it. No, dude. Hey, yeah, no, dude. When I saw you guys shred it up, dude, I could definitely hear all the different styles. But I like that, I always like a band that can mix up all sorts of influences because I think you get more of like a genuine sound like that.
Yeah, it's always refreshing to have something a little different, and where you have something fast, something slow, something a little mid tempo. It's a good mix.
And I think the song that I sent to you, sir.
Yes, you did.
I think that embodies that very well.
Dude, no, and after at about 10:10, we're gonna play that. So I can't wait to show all of our listeners that. So how long has Suburban Paranoia been around? And, like, how did this band get started? And like what was that moment? Like, I don't know. Are you guys the original members? Both original members?
No, I'm the actual original member. Branden's been in since 2014 or 15, I believe.
Wow. All right. So Dan, tell me some of the origins of how this started and how you ended up to being the band now.
Well, as far as it goes, it was started in the summer of 1990, and we started out as like a punk thrash band in West Pittsburgh, and we did, didn't really do any shows. We did a lot of like house parties and stuff, and then, I actually got kicked out of the band in like 1993.
Wow.
Because I wasn't good enough. So I was like, oh, okay. So, I kind of took that pent up frustration and all that with it. And, I was in my room for about a year, and I was just playing about 6 hours a day for about a year doing all kinds of different, listening to different music, Pantera, Slayer, all that stuff, playing stuff, and band broke up, and then we did like a little side project called Concussion in '95, and then that dissolved, and then '96, '97, I redid Suburban Paranoia with our original bass player and another couple cats, and we did that until about '98, and then it dissolved. And then I did a little side project with some guy. It was a band called Blunt Force Trauma for about 2 years, and then after that dissolved, I came back in around 2001. Started back up Suburban Paranoia again, and it's really been going pretty headstrong since the early 2000s. So, and then we just had lineup changes over the years. A couple different drummers, several different singers, and a couple different guitar players. It's very hard to find a good guitar player that that wants to learn and play and stuff. I didn't have a lot of opportunities, but yeah, that's basically how it's gone throughout the the 2010s, and then up until now it's been that way. I was pretty burned out in 2015 or 2014 when our singer left, and Branden answered the ad, and I was pretty burned out from all the doing everything and booking the shows and doing stuff, and he came in, and it was like a breath of fresh air, actually. And he rejuvenated my fire and everything, and it's been pretty much like me and him since 2013.
Dude, that's pretty awesome. So since you joined the band, Branden, what kind of changes have you gone through that you've experienced, like being with Dan? Like how has the transformation been since you joined?
It's been a lot of ups and downs. Like being in a band, like especially because I'm usually the business end of things. So I'm the one that usually takes care of the booking, the art, the merch, the money, like everything involved with the band. I pretty much take a head to it and work on it. So like the changes I've seen, it's been kind of a roller coaster. So at least through my eyes personally, like the band has gone through an evolution, so to speak. Before, like, and I don't even know if I'm answering the question at this point, but like it's just kind of like it's gone through a roller coaster where it's seen its changes in terms of how the band is viewed, how we structure songs, how we make music. Everything has changed, because before, I think, and Dan can correct me if I'm wrong, like the way they made songs was like a very, very long, drawn-out, kind of meticulous kind of project where Dan would write the songs, and then the drummer Peter would add his influence. And I mean, but, as a musician, you know yourself how collaboration works, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think at this point, it's ever since I joined the band, it's been kind of a collaboration between Dan and I, as opposed to Dan just bringing something to the table and having it his way, so to speak. So kind of like the James Hetfield way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Dude, well, that's pretty awesome, man. And no, I totally agree. There's so many challenges in being a band, and there is so many ups and downs, and like I
It's like a family.
oh no, it really is. And also, like all of us musicians, we all play music because we love the music and we love playing shows. And when you have to take that business aspect to that music, it's like it's because you want to play bigger shows, and it's not that you won't play shows for free. It's not that you'll play any show like musicians. We will do that because we love music, but there is a sort of adrenaline rush when you play in front of a huge crowd. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
And I think I feel like us musicians, we always chase that adrenaline. You know?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's nothing like being on stage and then a bunch of people like enjoying something you put your heart into. Like, there's just nothing like it.
Yeah, man. Like, so, our last show that we played out in Sacramento at a place called the Holy Diver, and you know, it was a huge surprise to us because it was one of those establishments where, as a band, you got to sell tickets. We were playing with Michael Graves, a former singer of the Misfits, and you know, we played with him before, and it was pretty cool. But this time though, like, we sold tickets. We sold like 30, 35 tickets or whatever, and you know, something happened along the way where, like, only maybe 5 or 10% of the people that we sold tickets to could actually attend to the show. So
I think I saw your Facebook post. Yeah.
Yeah. So we go on stage, and you know, we're jamming through the first song, and we're going through the second song, and we're just in the back of our minds, we're kind of like bummed because, like, oh man, all these people didn't show up, and yada yada yada. But lo and behold, we look out to the crowd. And sure enough, there's a whole crowd of like 99% of people that we've never met before rocking out to our music.
Yeah.
And that is what we do. That is why we do this.
That's amazing.
That's awesome, man.
You know what's funny is it's like what Branden was saying. It was like maybe 20 or 30 people on the floor when we started, and then after like the third song, there was like probably 200 or 300 people just packed in. It's amazing.
Dude, that's so awesome, dude. And you know, it's like, I think that also there's like a sense of like I don't know, I don't want to say adrenaline rush, but like you know when you know like like when you accomplish something, the feeling of accomplishment. You know, it's like because you know when you do all those shows, it's tough sometimes having to sell tickets. You know, and the thing is, like, it's like the whole part of like having to like bug people. Like, you don't want to be like too pressing, and like, you know, since you guys are like East Bay area, you have to have people travel to Sacramento, and no, it could be quite stressful, man. I remember this year Insanities, we opened the Power Man show, but we had to get votes to play the show, and there was like 5 other bands, and for a week straight, I put in 16 hours to get enough votes to open for Power Man, and I got blocked. I got blocked off of Facebook 4 times for over advertising, messaging, tagging, and everything. But it was so taxing on my mental health, and it was just like I've never stressed out so hard. You know,
yeah, but you accomplish what you want to, though. That's the key. That's the point.
Yeah,
right?
so we're talking about like the sense of accomplishment. So it's like, you know, like you sold, you know, the amount of tickets or however that you needed to sell, you know, like and then you were able, and then it paid off, you know, like you felt for a second that, oh man, like, because at the same time, you know, I don't know if this is an experience you felt like you sold a bunch of tickets, you want to make a good impression on like the promoter. You know, so you want people to be there, but at least you sold the tickets, so that makes a good impression, you know.
Yes.
But at the same time, you know, like I always say, like I call it bracket 5 in playing shows. Once you get to like bracket 5, that's when like you have to like start making a good a good impression on like these promoters that run these massive venues that constantly have national acts coming through. You know, because on their side it's like a business aspect, you know. So I'm totally happy that you guys had a great show.
Yeah, thank you. It was pretty awesome, you know. And then real quick, I wanted to say one of the crowning achievements I always the reason why I really do this. Yeah, I do it a lot for the music and everything, you know. But you know, there was a kid out in the audience wearing a Misfits t-shirt, and he was like up by me the whole time I was playing, and you know, he was rocking out, and I saw him and I tossed him a pick, and he came down. You know, I came down later, and he came up to me and he's all, "Can I take a picture with you?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, that's fine." And you know, and you know, "Did you like the set?" And he's all, "Oh, I loved it. You guys were awesome." And you know, I'm here to see the Misfits, but Michael Graves, but you guys really, you know, he told me, you guys really made my night. And it's a 9-year-old kid, okay?
Dude, that's the best.
A 9-year-old kid said this to me, and then later on, we were at the merch booth, and he came up, he gave me the pic. I'm like, so what's up? And he's all, can you sign the pic for me? And I'm like, well, yeah, sure. You know, gave him some free stuff, and he wanted to take another picture again. So, you know, little kid, 9 years old. You know, to me, that's like icing on the cake. You know, if I can make somebody's night just by being up there and doing what I do, it's full circle for me. You know,
dude, 100%, dude. Because I know that could make such a huge impact. Because at one point, you were that 9-year-old kid going to shows.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's like a complete reversal, and you're just like you inspired a kid the way you were inspired when you were a kid.
Yep.
And it's beautiful. You know? I love it, dude. Yeah. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm happy you were able to experience that, man. And that's honestly what it is about. You know, inspiring and playing what you love, man. So, Suburban Paranoia. I love talking to you guys. We got like 10 minutes left on the show. What are you guys' some of the plans for 2020? And by the way, Branden, congratulations on your baby. I told you like a couple months ago on Facebook, but you're an awesome dad, and I'm super excited for you, man.
Thank you, man, and you know, pre-congratulations on yours, man.
Hey, 8 more weeks, bro. Hey, you know what's cool is like if your kid's a musician and my kid's a musician, they're gonna be around the same age. So I guarantee they're gonna run into each other, you know, like 20 years from now.
I guarantee my kid's gonna be a musician.
One way or the other. At least he gave him the stage name for it.
Oh my God, yeah. My son's name, his name is Benjamin Blaze Blacker. So he's an authentic 3B.
3B. That's good for marketing, dude.
So if he doesn't become a musician, he'll become some sort of entertainer, whether it's a comedian or an actor
or an American Gladiator.
Yes.
Love that show.
Right, Blazer Blacker.
Yeah.
And now Thomas Jones is going up against Blazer Blacker. That's awesome.
Love it.
All right, so what are you guys' plans for 2020? What do you got brewing, and what are some of your goals you're trying to accomplish?
Do you want me to take it, or do you want to take it?
Go ahead, Branden.
Okay, so far, tentatively, we have a brand new CD, our first professional released CD, recorded by Altman Studios out here in Oakley, recorded by Brian Altman, a pretty awesome guy. Love that guy. He did a great job mixing and mastering and recording the CD for us. We have a CD release date that is tentative, but it's pretty much solid. We're looking at February 22nd. And it looks like we're going to have a CD release show in Antioch, California at a place called the Red Caboose, which is now welcoming metal shows. Woohoo!
Woo! The Red Caboose. Let's go.
Yes. So we have that going on. Some other things we have going on. We're playing a festival that you know about. I believe you played it last year, if I'm not mistaken, the Redwood Metal Festival.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, man.
But that's awesome.
So we're slated to play that, and we're also slated to play a festival that I throw every year or two. It's called Devastated Fest.
Oh yeah. I saw you. Sorry, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, it's awesome being a booker and band. Yeah, it's fun.
So far, those are our upcoming plans. I'm sure there's going to be way more, but we do have an upcoming show in the next 2 weeks. We're playing Modesto, California, at a place called The Other Place. We're playing for a friend of ours. Her name is Sayona. And, we're going to rock the house in Modesto on December 28th.
Have you ever played there?
Yeah,
yes.
That place is awesome. I love that place.
Okay, yeah. No, I was about to say, like, I played there last year. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, see, don't play play there in the summertime, it gets too hot.
Oh, we did play it in the summer. It was terrible.
Yes, it was. I think we came off tour in June, and I think didn't we, Branden, play? We played that like the week after, didn't we? After we came back from Seattle.
Yeah, dude. So we played at about probably like 7:30, and it was 108 degrees, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, it was horrific.
Yeah.
It was harder than Clinton's balls.
Wow. No, that's awesome.
Yeah. We're talking also. I'm sure we're going to probably be doing another mini tour sometime in the new year. We're not really, too sure when we're going to have time to get it done. But I figure probably sometime late spring, early summer or something like that.
No, I dig it, dude. The perfect timing will come around, You'll know when it's time. So, that's awesome. You guys came out with a new CD. I know I'm going to play a track for it tonight. And I'm super excited. I'm going to play here about like 15 minutes after I get off the phone with you guys. So I want to say, it's been a great interview. I learned a lot about you guys. I feel like we're way closer than we were before. We're practically cousins.
Yep.
I don't know. That was you guys were supposed to laugh, but I guess I'm not that funny. I'm just joking. Hey, that made you laugh. Hey, you always get a laugh when you make fun of yourself. That's always like your go-to. You're like, oh man, okay, insult yourself. But hey, Suburban Paranoia from the East Bay. We can say you're officially East Bay. It was so awesome to talk to you guys, and I hope to see you guys live soon. And do you guys want to give any final shout outs, any highs or to any bands, family members, girlfriends?
You go first, Dan. Go ahead.
I just want to take a shout out to my lovely wife who has put up with me for the last 20 plus years. Alice, I love you. Thank you for doing that. And I want to also shout out to a friend of mine that said she was going to be listening tonight, RT, that I work with at a certain healthcare facility. Patty, this is for you. Shout out to you. Hopefully you listened, and hopefully you'll tell me you did. So, and then I just want to shout out to everybody. Just keep it metal, Let's keep the metal community. Keep it going.
Metal. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I want to give a big shout out to my wonderful, amazing, beautiful, smart, and intelligent fiance, Heather Woods, and my amazing and cute son, Benjamin. They're probably listening in the other room right now. And I want to give a big shout out to my best buddy, Dave Lunchbox Ussery. He's been my rock of a friend forever. Big shout out to Paul Martinez, or Thal Martinez, as you could find him on Facebook.
By the way, also, quick note is, his profile picture is a picture of Paul McCartney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
And last but not least, just a shout out for a few bands in the Bay Area. I want to give a big shout out to Hatriot, a big shout out to Gershock, shout out to Rage of War, Dust of Ruin, and some bunch of other friends of ours out there that who need more love in the life. But huge shout out to Hatred. They came out with a brand new CD this year, and it's amazing. So, and shout out to Patrick Donovan at Toy Called God and Toy Called God fame. Love those guys as well. So, if you guys are listening, just know that we love you.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, Patrick's awesome, dude. I believe it or not, I actually message him sometimes for advice. He's a smart dude.
Oh gosh, yeah. He's the IQ liaison, I should say.
He's definitely an interesting cat, I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah. No, I plan to have Pat on the show in 2020. So.
Right on.
So, well, hey, Suburban Paranoia. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, you're good.
And then man, as we're running out of time, go check out suburbanparanoia.com. You can find all of our stuff there, music, tour dates, and merchandise. We have an awesome merch store. And Facebook, you can find us there. And we're very active on Instagram, so go check us out, Suburban Paranoia on Instagram. So sorry to get some plugs in there.
Dude, that's perfect, man. I was going to ask you that next.
Plug away.
Plug away. So much love, guys. Everybody in Nashville and Medford, Oregon, you've been listening to Suburban Paranoia. Here in about 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to play a track by theirs. And, hey, have a beautiful night, guys. Thanks for being on the Metal Mixtape.
Later, guys.
Thank you for having us, bro.
Much love. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
All right, buddy.
Peace.
Later.
And that was Suburban Paranoia here on the Metal Mixtape. And by the way, you're listening to us